I might not even post this. Oh, it's really a bold thing to do. I guess I kind of feel embarrassed a little bit. Oh, that's what I was saying. A woman was telling me about her testimony. Well, not telling me, but she posted it on YouTube. She was showing her testimony in general, but then she started talking about how she met her husband, and she met a counterfeit online. I think they were online. I don't know. Either way, she met a counterfeit right before she met her husband. I pray that that is not my story. I've met a lot of counterfeits that can, you know, I met a lot of them. I don't need another example. I think I've learned a lot. But yeah, she did online dating, and I knew that I was gonna have to try it. I just knew it. But yeah, the woman Casey, she asked questions that I thought, and I think my answers were pretty legit. But I also asked the Lord to search my heart and make sure that my intentions behind this are really pure, because only the Lord knows that. And only He knows our heart, you know. We can lie to ourselves, but we can't lie to Him. Are my intentions pure? I said, I believe so, because I know the heart. I said, I believe so, because I know the heart is deceitful above all things. I am inviting our Father into every step of this thing. And before I even download an app, I'm doing research instead of jumping in head first. Usually I be trying to jump in head first. But I did research. I felt the urge to download the app last night, but I ignored it. I didn't download it. I just did my research. I watched about 5 videos of how to do it properly. I also don't feel attached to any outcome. So if it doesn't work, it's just not time. So yeah, let me see what her name is. Casey Nicole, I think. Something like that. Oh, that's right. It's Casey Nicole. But yeah. But she used Ruth as an example, and today we're reading Ruth. That is just crazy to me. Okay, so Naomi widowed. So in the days when the judges, this is chapter 1 of Ruth. In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land, and a man of Bethel, of Judah. So wait, there was a famine. Okay. And a man of Bethel in Judah went to sojourn in the country of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons. So, what was his name? He didn't say a name. The name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of the wife was Naomi. So, Elimelech and Naomi. And the names of the 2 sons were Malon and Chilion. Chilion. They were Euphrates from Bethlehem and Judah. They went into the country of Moab and remained there. But Elimelech, the husband of Naomi died. I said Noah. The husband of Naomi died, and she was left with her 2 sons. These took Moabite wives. So is it saying the wife? So the husband died, the wife was left with her 2 sons, and the 2 sons had married Moabite women. I think that's what it's saying. The name of one was Orpah, and the name of the other was Ruth. So let me write this down. So Elimelech, or Elimelech, I don't know. Elimelech plus Naomi. They had 2 sons, which were Malon and Chilion. I don't know. Okay. Okay, one wife was named Orpah, and the other one was Ruth. They lived there about 10 years, and both Mahlon and Chilion died, so the women left. Okay, so then these two married Orpah and Ruth. These are brothers. These are wives. The Moabite. Okay. Husbands died. Dang, Naomi got it pretty hard. Her husband and her children died. Okay. I gotta turn my heater on. Every day I wanna pick up the phone. Why is that in my head? I think I just heard that. Okay. So the woman was left without her two sons and her husband. So Ruth's loyalty to Naomi. So Ruth wasn't loyal. Period. Ruth. Okay. Then she arose with her daughters-in-law to return from the country of Moab. For she had heard in the fields of Moab that the Lord had visited his people and given them food. Okay, so this was their reason for going back. When did they ever leave? Then she arose with her daughters-in-law to return from the country. Oh, from the country of Moab. So this is when they left Moab to her hometown. For she had heard in the fields of Moab that the Lord had visited his people. And given them food. So she set out from the place where she was with her two daughters-in-law. And then, so did both of the daughters-in-law went with her? Okay. And they went out on the way to return to the land of Judah. Okay, so now left Moab, returned to Judah. But Naomi said to her two daughters-in-law, "Go return each of you to her mother's house. May the Lord deal kindly with you, as you have dealt with the dead and with me. The Lord grant that you may find rest, each of you in the house of her husband." And she kissed them, and they lifted up their voices and wept. They did not want to, I pray that I have a really good relationship with my mother-in-law. I also pray that my husband don't pass away. I would not want that. And they said to her, "No, we will return with you to your people." But Naomi said, "Turn back, my daughters. Why will you go with me? Have I yet sons in my womb that they may become your husband?" She like, "Girl, if y'all don't go, I don't got no kids in this womb. Go. Turn back, my daughters. Go your way, for I am too old to have a husband. If I should say I have hope, even if I should have a husband this night and shall bear sons, would you therefore wait till they were grown? Would you therefore refrain from marrying? No, my daughters, for it is exceedingly bitter for me, for your sake, that the hand of the Lord has gone out against me." Then they lifted up their voices and wept again, and Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clung to her. So Orpah, or Orpah, whatever her name is, she left. She like, "You know what, you right." Because usually, I think this is how the law went. The brother, if the son died, the brother will marry the wife, the dead husband's wife, to keep the lineage going. But Ruth clung to her mother-in-law. I guess she thought she was just so good to her. And that's only my assumption. And she said, "See, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her gods. Return after your sister-in-law." But Ruth said, "Do not urge me to leave you, to return from following you. But where you go, I will go." You know what's interesting? I was really attracted to the story of Ruth. I just realized that Ruth was one of the first books that I read in total. It was last year, in about, what year was that? Well, it was last year, but it was last year around August or July. So I was all distracted. I even watched a movie. It was an old movie about Ruth. It wasn't accurate. I watched the movie first and then I read it. It was not accurate at all, but it was still good to see. The Lord is very intentional. I'm actually going to look at my other Bible that I read it from. It's a King James, New King James. Ooh. Something about her story really interesting. Oh, because my pastor told me to look into Ruth's testimony, because at that time she was saying, I am the Ruth to my friend. Like I stood by my friend in her time of need. Yeah. Yeah. When was this? Did I take any notes? Yeah. Alright. And she said, see, your sister-in-law has gone back to her gods. Return after your sister-in-law. But Ruth said, do not urge me to leave you or turn from following you. For where you go, I will go. And where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God shall be my God. Where you die, I will die. And there. So Naomi followed the true God. Ruth's people, I don't know if they were following the true God, the Moabites. I think that's what I remember. Wherever you die, I will die, and I will be buried. May the Lord do so to me, and more, also if anything, but death parts me from you. She was loyal. She was loyal to her mama. But when Naomi saw that she was determined to go with her, she said no more. She's like, all right, you win, girl. Naomi and Ruth returned. So the two of them went on until they came to Bethlehem. And when they came to Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them. And the woman said, is this Naomi? She said to them, do not call me Naomi, call me Mara, which means bitter. Oh, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went away. Oh, so Naomi means pleasant. I might name my daughter Naomi.